The Lilo and Stitch live action remake is almost here, and I'm calling it right now. The movie and the ratings are gonna be good. But to understand why, we have to stop looking at the trailer and start looking behind the scenes. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I think it's gonna be better than the Thunderbolts. If the movie actually ends up being bad, you can come back to this video and call me a Billy Bob. Judging by everything we've seen so far, Disney's actually doing it right this time. I mean, yeah, there are some tweaks and some changes, some of which I actually don't like, which obviously I'll talk about, but let's be positive. Let's start out with the good. The original movie takes place in Hawaii. The live action remake is shot in Hawaii. The main characters aren't bisexual whites or transgender blacks, which is good because they're sticking to the original story. And speaking of original story, the OG voice actors are actually making a return in the live action. One example is the legendary Chris Sanders, who voiced Stitch in the original movie. Jason Scott Lee is also returning in the live action as a cameo. He voices David in the original, by the way. You know David, like Nani, Ebasha, Nani, you know? Speaking of Nani, Tia Carrera, not the car, is making a return in the live action, though albeit as a different character. Did I mention the return of Markeli Ho'omalo? The guy who did most of the singing and composing in the original movie? Yeah, he's making a return in the live action. And just when you think it's all good and smooth sailing, it gets better. They're remaking and recomposing a lot of the old music, bringing in as many OG actors, singers, and performers as they can. And so far, it looks amazing. It doesn't feel bland. It doesn't feel half done. It genuinely feels like all these people have watched the original film and are genuinely passionate towards the music. And how could they not be? It was like half of the movie. I'm so happy to see people put in so much effort in the right places this time. I really don't want to jinx it, but so far we're doing so good. With that being said, there are a few tweaks done to the live action movie. For an example, Jamba and Pleakley. Gone are the days when we get to see Pleakley with makeup and a wig. In the live action, they have actual holographic disguises, and to be honest, I like that change. Just think about it. Intergalactic governments, space travel, all of this, and we still couldn't invent a gadget that fully disguises you? I mean, it's a kids movie, sure, but come on, we have to apply some form of logic. And speaking of logic, where exactly was it when y'all were hiring Bubbles? Don't get me wrong, Courtney Vance is an amazing actor, truly talented, but Bubbles was supposed to be this big, buff, tough, intimidating, bald, black guy. By the way, I'm not doubting Courtney's blackness. I'm just saying that now Bubbles looks like your local conspiracy theorist that also does part-time stand-up with racist jokes. And I mean really racist jokes. Like really racist. They could have hired Idris Elba or Terry Crews. Both would be a much better fit for the Bubbles role. I mean, it is a kids movie and PG-13, so maybe they're just trying to add a comedic twist to the character, which is fine, I guess. You can't have it all, and I may be just nitpicking at this point, but I don't know. I think they missed a little with Bubbles. Honestly, if they somehow manage to screw this up after all the effort and all this hype, I'll drink milk. I'll do it. I'll seriously do it. If you drink milk, or if you don't drink milk, subscribe. Will the movie be overhyped? Yes, but will it still be good? Sure. Mainly because Disney already lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm sure they've taken the hint at this point. Or maybe Disney was purposefully making horrible live action remakes to lower your standards, and then pretend like they've listened to you and make a good live action movie, artificially boosting its ratings because your standards are so low that even Stitch's butthole sounds like interesting content to you. I actually talk about this a lot more, well, not the Stitch part, but the theory that Marvel/Disney is artificially boosting its ratings on the Thunderbolts video, so you can check that out if you want to hear my conspiracies about this topic.